Hey guys, I'm Ouroboros. Let's play Persona 3 Reload. It is 4/20, April 20th. Yo, you ready to kick some ass? I'm so glad I was invited to join. Plus, the dorm's pretty cozy. But the best part is that we're the only ones who can fight these enemies? I don't really care. You're very gung-ho, Junpei, like always. Well, duh. Who wouldn't be stoked about fighting for justice? Though, to be perfectly honest, I ain't got a single clue what we're supposed to be doing. But I'm sure we'll find out. They did say that they'll explain everything. I guess we'll find out in the next episode. No, we'll find out today, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, I'm tired. I was about to fall asleep.
Can I have a minute? Come to the room on the 4th floor when you get back to the dorm tonight. I have something to tell you all.
Oh, are we having that talk already?
I'll save the details for later. See you there.
Damn, doesn't waste any time.
She's not like us. She's busy, you know, with the student council or whatever.
Whoa, Yucatan, do I sense some hostility?
It's not that I don't like her, it's just... I don't know.
Okay, school day's finally over. They're probably waiting for us at the dorm, right? Let's hurry back. Finally made it. Can't believe the accident delayed our train so much. It's already dark out. Been happening a lot lately, though. People jumping onto the tracks. This apathy syndrome thing's getting out of control. It's like the whole world's falling apart. Crap! Everyone else is there already! You better hurry. Oh man, I'm getting kinda hungry. It's Small Rocks! So many places to chow down. Plus, they're open late. Speaking of, I heard the ramen joint upstairs has a secret late-night menu.
Well, we should probably hurry to the dorm for now.
Gas, gas.
All right, everyone's here.
Heck yeah! Let's get right into it.
Now, I'd like your undivided attention. For a long time, Kirijo-kun and Sanada-kun were the only Persona users we had. But that number has recently jumped to 5. So here's the plan. Starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like us to finally begin exploring Tartarus.
So, I asked this yesterday, but what is that tartar thing again?
It's Tartarus. You seriously haven't seen it, Junpei?
I mean...
It's no surprise you haven't seen it. Tartarus only appears during the dark hour, after all.
Only during the dark hour?
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh?
The goal of our club, SEAS, is to fight those shadows. However, simply defeating shadows during the dark hour isn't enough. We must get to the root of the problem. We need to destroy the dark hour itself.
I don't really get it. Well, you're saying if we run around Tartarus, we can somehow get rid of the dark hour?
We don't know for certain. Sorry I can't give you a better answer. But investigating the mysteries of that tower is part of our job.
The bottom line is, we need more information. Everything we encounter there will be a vital clue for us.
The exploration of Tartarus is of utmost importance. Consider it our top priority. Our society, while remaining blissfully unaware of the shadows, is slowly but surely succumbing to their influence. I would go as far as to say that the fate of the world rests on the shoulders of you Persona users.
That's one hell of a responsibility. But the heroes of justice will prevail.
It's also the perfect spot for us to train and improve our skills. That place is like a nest of shadows, you know.
Whoa. Their nest, huh?
But Senpai, what about your injury?
Akihiko's still recovering from his wounds. He'll accompany us, but won't participate in the exploration.
Yeah, I know.
Relax. Oh, Junpei's got your backs.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. Not much point anyway, since I can't summon a persona.
Huh? We're here? What's going on? Why are we at school?
Just wait and see. It's almost midnight.
This is Tartarus, the labyrinth that reveals itself during the dark hour.
Labyrinth? What are you talking about? What happened to our school?
Once the dark hour passes, everything will return to normal.
This is the nest you were talking about? But why? Why'd our school turn into a giant tower? You don't know either?
No.
I'm sure it's complicated.
If we don't know, we'll just have to find out. Mitsuru and I have only gone in to take a peek. This will be our first time exploring it. Exciting, huh? There's gotta be something in there. Hopefully some sort of clue about the Dark Hour.
Akihiko, I respect your enthusiasm, but you won't be exploring it today.
I know. You don't have to keep reminding me.
So, this is Tartarus. In any case, we decide to enter the tower.
Whoa. It's just as crazy on the inside.
Sure is creepy, though.
This is only the entrance. The labyrinth lies beyond the doorway at the top of these stairs.
First, you need to get a feel for the place. Why don't the three of you go have a look around?
What? By ourselves?
We're not asking you to go very far. I'll help you navigate by feeding you information from here.
We'll also need to appoint a leader to make any necessary decisions.
A leader? Like, the captain of a pirate ship? I'm in! Me! Pick me!
You're in charge.
Wait! Why him? He doesn't look like a captain!
Calm down. He has experience fighting already.
Wait, seriously?
That's true too, but the main reason is far more simple. Junpei, and you too, Takeba. Can either of you summon your persona without difficulty like he can?
Yeah, of course I can!
Me too.
These are shadows we're talking about. Without your persona, you're screwed.
I'm aware of that.
All right, let's head inside. Are you ready, leader?
Oh, I was born ready, Akihiko. Let's go.
That's the spirit.
The velvet key in my hand is shining.
What's the matter?
Huh? A strange door is sitting in the corner of the lobby. And off we go, just completely ignoring our friends and zoning out.
I've been waiting for you. The time has come for you to wield your power. The tower that you are about to venture into. How did it come to be? For what purpose does it exist? Regrettably, you are not yet capable of answering these questions. That is why you must be made aware of something before you go any further. You must understand the nature of your power.
I don't want to know I like that.
Please, you must understand. It is of the utmost importance. Your power is unique. It is like the number 0. Empty. But at the same time, holding infinite possibilities. You, my boy, are able to possess multiple personas and summon them at will. And when you have defeated your enemies, you will see the faces of possibility before you. There may be times when they are difficult to grasp, but do not fear. Seize what you have earned. Your power will grow accordingly. Be sure to keep that in mind. Now then, my spare time will soon be scarce. Next time, once again, may you open the door and come here of your own accord. I'll tell you then about my true role, the manner in which I can best assist you. Until we meet again, farewell.
Hey, are you alright?
Yeah, what's up? You look like a zombie.
I just opened this door and...
Huh? What door?
Man, are you loco?
they don't seem to see it.
Have you been nodding off? You seem kinda out of it.
Dude, you're supposed to be our leader. Get your head in the game.
We'll be following you. Come on, let's go.
Okay. The entrance to the labyrinth is at the top of the stairs. Whenever you feel ready to start, lead the way. Okay. We can use the menu. Saving in Tartarus, yes, so we can't save everywhere. We can only save at locations where you can change your party members. Can't save on the floor you're currently exploring. You can save from the menu by pressing that button. So, as you can see by the limited camera, we can't do too much here. We've got the Velvet Room door there. We have a clock. What a large clock. It doesn't seem to be working there. Oh, I guess we can't use that yet. And we've got our party members over here. Don't worry, I won't push you too hard. You'll be just fine. Remember, Takeba and Junpei have no real battle experience, so make sure you back them up. Alright, let's do this. I'll prove that I should be in charge. And so this is Tartarus. Yep, so we can go to our menu, and we've got persona options here. Can we look at everybody else's stats? Can I check their persona yet? I can, but I'm going to save it, because it would make the... Well, I'll just start playing. I actually never go up here, because you don't really need to use this staircase once we get further in, but I hope you're ready for our first trip to Tartarus. There's going to be a lot of these. Well, let's go. I'm gonna need that good luck.
So, it's the real deal from here on, huh?
Looks easy to get lost in.
Can you all hear me?
Whoa! Is that you, Senpai?
I'll be providing audio backup from here on out. Keep that in mind.
Wait, are you saying you can see this place from all the way out there?
It's my persona's ability. The structure of Tartarus actually changes from day to day. I'd like to join you up there, but we need someone to provide outside support.
That's even more concerning.
Now, based on your current location, you can expect to encounter enemies at any time. They shouldn't be too tough, but proceed with caution. You'll get the hang of it as you go.
Right.
Got it. Why is she always like that?
Right. Let's begin. Defeat all the shadows on that floor. I'll support you as much as
Well,
I can.
here we are. We finally have stuff to do, and I just want to say that intro cutscene and all the reflections on the floor and everything. This game looks really, really good, and we're gonna see tons of that as we go throughout the game.
Hold on. There's a shadow up ahead. This is the first real battle for Takeba and Iori. Proceed with caution. Alright, let's start by going over how to attack shadows. When faced with an enemy, you have two primary options for fending them off. The first option is to use your equipped weapon. The second option is to use your persona. But remember, every persona has its own strengths and weaknesses. Knowing how personas work will be crucial. Try summoning yours right now.
Yes, so we can either attack or use a skill. It's an RPG. That's how they work. You can attack with whatever weapon you have equipped. It doesn't do much damage, but it won't consume either HP or SP. You can press X or space on M and K. On the other hand, using a skill will deplete your HP or SP. To use one, press triangle or E, whatever. Look at this battle UI. It looks so good. So I see a lot of people complaining that they got rid of, if you played the older P3 games, it was a revolver, and whenever you press left or right, the chamber would move. But if you slow down when this battle UI pops up, you actually can kind of see it swinging open like when you're reloading a revolver. So I am going to use my persona. This is Orpheus, which we've already seen before. I don't think it's weak here, it's not. And I take damage.
Okay. Looks like I'm up. Here goes. Check this out. Persona!
Yeah, well, good job, Junpei. You cleaned up my mess. And we level up because we level up fast to start, and that's how they get you.
Oh yeah! How'd you like my persona ability?
Yeah, that was amazing.
Well done, Iori. Considering it was your first battle, you did well. Takeba too. You'll be fine. Don't be afraid to show what you can do.
Got it.
Good.
And we keep exploring. Yep, this is the combat tutorial. It's not going to be super interesting because we got a lot of dialogue.
Another shadow up ahead. Let's get you more accustomed to combat. The battle's about to begin. Everyone, stay focused. All right, next, let's go over a useful approach for defeating enemies. Most enemies have an elemental affinity that they have low resistance to. Targeting weaknesses is one of the best ways to deal damage. Not only that, it can also knock enemies down. Knocking down an enemy creates an opening, letting you continue your offense.
Weaknesses, huh? Done. I'll show you how it's done.
Wait! Let me handle this one. Just point it to my head and pull the trigger. I can do this! Focus!
Oh, you're not so bad yourself, Yucatan.
That's it, Takeba. You give it a try as well.
Okay, I'll give it a try. So yes, enemies have weaknesses. When you strike a weakness, you get an extra turn. You can also pass that extra turn on to an ally, and you can't get more than one more.
Well done. You struck the enemy's weakness. Keep that up and finish off the rest.
You can't get more than one more per turn on the same enemy. So like, let's say I knock this down and it doesn't die. I can't Augie again and get yet another one more. I have to target a different enemy, knock them down. That is how I get another one more. Actually, can I? I cannot pass it on to another ally. Okay, well, it's fine. I guess we go through that mechanic tutorial later, but that's called Shift. We'll get to that at some point. I don't know when.
I did it!
Fantastic work, Takeba. You performed as well as I hoped you would.
Totally. I couldn't take my eyes off you.
Can you try not being a creep?
Great. Looks like everyone's gotten used to handling their personas. Leader, take note of each member's strengths and conduct the battle accordingly. I can still sense some enemies around. Let's move on.
So, like Mitsuru said, we are going to keep moving. I'm just checking and see if there's anything, because any items you get early game are incredibly helpful, like this right here.
Hey, found some kind of boxy looking thing.
Yes, boxes like those seem to be scattered all throughout Tartarus. Sometimes they contain useful items for battle. Seek them out as often as you can.
Oh, sweet! So they're basically like treasure chests. Hell yeah! Let's bust it open and see what's inside.
Yeah, you get things from treasure chest. I don't know why there needs to be a pop-up there to explain to you to open a treasure chest, but
That looks like it'll be useful. It's up to you to decide how to use it.
oh my god. Yeah, you can use items and skills to heal HP and SP. Okay, you guys are smart enough. I don't need to hold your hand. But we are continuing onward. I have mentioned that if you've been here for a while, you know that I do Persona bios, or if you are coming from the first video, hold on.
Shadow detected. Looks like they haven't noticed you yet. Now's your chance. Try sneaking up on them from behind. Make sure you stay out of their field of vision.
Yes, so we can ambush enemies. If we hit them and they don't see us, we will start with an advantage. Alternatively, if they hit us before we hit them, they start with the advantage. If we hit them when they see us, it's just a neutral encounter. So, would strongly recommend getting the jump on enemies, because you get...
Next, I'm going to explain a tactic for defeating several enemies at once. First, go ahead and strike an enemy's weakness. I'll keep track of tactical data, such as any enemy weaknesses you've identified. If you ever forget an enemy's affinities, just let me know and I'll get that data for you.
Okay, so we can analyze to see their different affinities. I press L1, and I get this beautiful screen. I was going to say, when we ambush, we get a cool animation that shows that we have advantage, and we get a new battle theme.
All right, now knock down the other one. That's when you perform an all-out attack.
An all-out attack?
It's a maneuver that engages the entire team in a coordinated assault when all enemies have been knocked down. Naturally, the enemy has no way of defending against this. It's one of the most reliable means of attack.
Whoa! That sounds so badass! Let's give it a try right now!
It's an all-out attack. You knock everybody down, and you press what? X to perform it. It does a lot of damage. So you want to be getting these as often as you possibly can, because it is a very, very, very quick way to end battles, and I will show off this animation real quick. And after a battle is won, shuffle time may occur. We can choose different types of cards. In the original P3 releases, so P3, FES, and Portable, the cards would actually be shuffling as you pick them, which is why it's called shuffle time. In Reload, you just pick a card. There's a bunch of different types, which we'll go into a little bit more later. If you want to take a look at that right there, you can see what they all do. If you end a battle with an all-out attack, a shuffle time will always occur. So that's why you want to be shooting for those, because the stuff that you get from shuffle time, like Apsaris, a new persona, It's all very, very, very useful, especially in the long run. And we get a cool little all-out attack portrait. I wish they would have done it where the portrait happened and then you get shuffle time, but it is what it is. I don't understand why they did that, but we get Dia. That's a healing skill on Orpheus.
How'd you like our all-out combo attack, you filthy shadows?
When I saw my opening, it's like my body just knew what to do.
That was magnificent teamwork. It's hard to believe it's your first time. As you grasp the flow of battle, you'll learn to coordinate with each other seamlessly. Let's apply what we've learned so far and continue exploring.
Also notice that there are these black feathers falling throughout this chunk of Tartarus, which I don't know if I've noticed before. It's a nice detail.
I detect another shadow up ahead. Take advantage of what you just learned. Try not to alert the enemy as you move.
I wonder if we will find out more about those. I wonder if those black feathers will be important later on. Words are hard.
I've covered the basics of combat now, but the most important thing is making decisions based on the situation at hand. I'll continue providing support, but this time, go ahead and try fighting on your own.
Huh?
You, my boy, are able to possess multiple personas and summon them at will.
Hello? Okay. I can feel a new potential within myself. Yes, so the protagonist, in my case Makoto, can change personas at will. Other characters do not have this ability, so that makes us very special. You can only change personas once during your turn, but in battle you can only do so before taking your turn. So like, let's say I get a one more, I can switch to a persona, knock another enemy down. If I get another one more, I can't switch to a persona again, so you can only switch once per turn. So I'm going to swap over to Apsaris because I don't have another option. And hit it with a Bufu. This is an ice skill, and we get the knockdown.
Your persona just now. It looks like you really do have a special power.
Hell yeah, I do. We are the protagonist after all. If we weren't special from everybody else, would it really be worth it? But there are a lot of changes from old P3 versions to this in terms of combat, which most of them I'm a very, very, very big fan of. Ooh, what do I want? What do I want? It gives me a skill card. Cups is restoring HP. Coin is money. Wands is EXP. Early game. Money is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly important. So I'm gonna grab the coins. Only 920 yen, but an extra 920 is better than nothing.
The enemy has been defeated. Excellent work.
Was that?
Well, it looks like he has the ability to summon different personas. I suspected as much after the events from the other day, but now we know for sure. All right.
Okay, I think this is a good place to stop. There's a device nearby that will teleport you back. Look around for it. There should be some stairs nearby, but I can't approve any more exploration right now. We'll explore the upper floors next time. Yes, so there are these one-way teleporters. We'll see them soon here, but I do know that there's a locked chest somewhere. There's the stairs that we can't go up because Mitsuru decided so. Ooh, there is a locked chest here. This is important.
Look, that treasure chest looks different from the one before.
Yes, that particular box is sealed in a special way. The box can be unlocked by its own mechanism, but it needs something else to work during the dark hour.
The Twilight Fragment I found in my room seems to be reacting.
What's that you got there?
I wonder...
That reaction, do you have a Twilight Fragment with you? Try holding it up to the chest. Yeah, so these are locked chests. They come in different tiers, so some need 1, some need 2, some need 3 Twilight Fragments. Obviously, the more Twilight Fragments you need, typically the better the item that you get, but this should have an SP recovery item in it, which are unbelievably valuable early game. Yes, Snuff Soul. So, that's... I thought that's words. I thought that's what that was. That's a Twilight fragment. They can be used on devices throughout... Okay, yeah. We have seen that before. Is this the one-way teleporter? No. I tried to mention this earlier, but I kind of got cut off. There's a lot of dialogue in this early portion. Is this every... No, I'm going to go make sure I fill out the whole map just in case I don't miss anything. There's a lot of dialogue. It's a tutorial. It's an RPG. It's how it goes. I've been playing Persona for a long time now, so I know how combat works. I didn't want to do any of the Persona bios during this time just because I was going to get interrupted a lot, and... Can I go to the teleporter? No. It just would have really interrupted the flow, and I'm hitting the wrong buttons because Metaphor has different controls in this game, and it drives me freaking crazy. But it's fine. But yeah, get used to Tartarus. We are going to be here a lot during the game, and here is the one-way teleporter.
Looks like you found a teleporter. Now use it to return to the entrance.
As the name implies, this will take us only to the entrance, and we can't come back here once we've gone back to the entrance. So there are mechanics that can make one-way teleporters really good, which I will talk about once we get there, but that's enough of me yapping. Let's head back, continue the story a little bit.
Welcome back. So, how was it?
I mean, I thought it went pretty well.
I see. Well, if you gained confidence, that's the best thing you could have achieved.
Wow! I never knew I had that kind of power. But damn, why do I feel so exhausted?
'Cause you were bouncing around like a little kid.
You say that, but you look pretty tired yourself, Yuka-tan.
This is different. It's like I'm having trouble breathing. What's going on?
That's the effect of the dark hour. You'll become fatigued more easily. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. I have to say, though, I'm surprised. You all did much better than I expected. At this rate, they'll catch up to you in no time, Akihiko.
We'll see about that.
By combining my powers with the teams, I was able to stand against the shadows. I sense a strong bond with them. Huh? I always think it's so goofy when they add that, but we have ranked up our Fool. We are now ranked 2 with our teammates. Just like Yukari and Junpei, I feel tired as well. I decided that it would be best to return to my dorm room and rest. Oh, well, I thought that would be the end of the day. Well, okay, let's go back.
Not bad.
Excellent work. I have high hopes for our future expeditions. The dark hour will be ending soon. Yeah, so once we leave Tartarus, you'll go to the next day. That's why I thought it was gonna be the next day. Tartarus is a randomly generated dungeon, so that means that all of the floors, all the treasure chests, everything will change once you come back the next day. So if you do get stuck, obviously with this, with my guide, I'm doing 100%, so I do have a schedule to follow. If you're just playing in your free time, feel free to come here and grind a little bit. It's not the worst thing in the world. I don't think you'll ever really need it with Reload. In past versions of P3, maybe. It's been a long time since I've played Portable. But yeah, it's always an option if you find yourself getting stuck. So let's finally call it quits and rest up.